everybody. Hi. Happy Tip Tuesday. How are you, Montana?
I'm great. I am ready for It's a Crime Not to Prime. Stephanie and I had to wear our, specialty crime shirts.
Yes. Yes. We left the handcuffs behind them. So we're not here to arrest anyone. We're just here to have some fun with you guys tonight. So when you join us, okay, let us know, because we're going to talk about how it's a crime not to prime, and share with you some fabulous products tonight that should definitely help year round, but definitely during the summer months, or if you're really oily, really going to need these things in the summer months. So that's why it's a crime if you don't prime, because you're just melting and wasting product, and we don't want you to do that. So let us know you're here and who your consultant is.
Yeah, we want to know who invited you, because before you go tonight, we are going to be looking at all your comments. Well, before we go to bed, we're going to be looking at all your comments, and we're going to be choosing a comment queen. And we want to know where you're calling, where you're watching from, not calling. Sorry, folks. Where you're watching from, and who invited you, who's your beauty consultant. Tag your beauty consultant, because she gets credit for you being here. So we are excited that you are here, and the comments are rolling in. I'm so excited.
Hey, Karen.
Yay, Karen.
Welcome.
So excited. Karen, where are you watching from?
Excited. Yes. All right. Well, Karen and everybody else who's jumping on but hasn't yet told us they're here, because I can see that somebody's there. You guys, here's the deal. We want you to take and jot some notes down as we go. So if you don't have this sheet, that's okay. Grab a piece of paper, grab a bill, grab a something that you can doodle on. So not a bill that you're going to mail in, maybe one that you're going to pay online. Doodle on. And over here on the wish list, right here on the top left, if you've got it, or either way, just write wish list. And then we're going to talk about a few different products tonight. So this is where you're going to be able to jot down whatever you're like, ooh, I want to remember that. Ooh, I love that. It's like a shopping list, wish list, whatever. And a memory list, like remember this, because sometimes, you're excited about something and then we tell you about something else and you're like, ooh, I need that too. So you might forget. And then Montana, tell them about the to-do list.
Okay, so your to-do list, you are going to fill out the 3 B's. And so what we're excited about is that in Mary Kay, there's 3 different ways that you can play with us, hang with us, and work with us in the future. And so the first is buy. So anything that you see that you put on your wish list, whoever invited you would love to be your beauty consultant or is your beauty consultant and loves taking care of you. And so you might find things that you want to add to your bathroom. So that's one way that you can get into the $100 cash giveaway at the end of this month, is to purchase anything. The second way is to book a second session with your beauty consultant. So tonight is Tip Tuesday, and we're here hanging out with you. We're going to show you some awesome products. But Thursday night, we have our PJ Pampering event live on Facebook, where your beauty consultant is going to send you a packet of samples to pamper yourself before you go to bed. And we actually do show up in PJs, and Stephanie looks gorgeous right now, and she looks even better in her PJs.
Yes, no makeup on, okay? So you get to see
plain old PJs.
Yeah, you get to see the real deal on Thursdays, okay?
Yeah. And then Fridays, we have our multi-masking, again, featuring 3 of our amazing products that you'll get to sample with us. The samples come to your door, and we have a lot of fun. Those are both at 8:30 live on Facebook. And then the third way is that you can be curious. So we know you didn't wake up this morning thinking you're going to be a Mary Kay girl. I know 15 years ago when I found Mary Kay, I was like, no, it's for old ladies and blue eyeshadow and bright pink cars. I didn't think it was for me. But I was curious, right? And so I came to this space of like, okay, if I was going to do a Mary Kay business or try this Mary Kay thing, what would I want to know? And that's a great way for you to support your beauty consultant. Knowing that you're not interested, you can come with 5 curious questions that will help her when she does meet those people that are interested. So just for being curious and asking those 5 questions, either on a conference call on Wednesday nights at 8:30, 8:30, or you can do it privately with her one-on-one and with her sales director to help her with her training. So buy, book, become curious. All right. So
I'm curious, what do you guys love to know about? Like, we're super curious about what you want to know about. And I'm also curious to know what Mary Kay primer products or helper products like this are you already using and loving? Okay, so tell us in the chat. But we're going to dive in tonight, and we're going to talk about these fantastic products that really could be game changers. You may either have been dreaming of something like this or wishing and praying for something like this, or maybe you're like oblivious to the beauty world, and you know what? You're not alone. I'm gonna feel that way a lot too. And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that I needed something like that, but I did. So here we go, you guys. First and foremost, we're gonna talk about lash primer. And you might be thinking to yourself, okay, why do I need that? Well, let me tell you. Okay, so first of all, this is our lash primer. I love that it's in a white tube because all our mascaras are in black tubes. So then it's like not confusing when you go to grab for it real quick. And it has a dual fiber brush inside. And you can see with that dual fiber brush, it is going to start laying down a base layer of mascara that is colorless. Now, this is also great for anyone who wants to use a clear mascara, but we're talking about priming people because remember, Montana, even your cup matches. It's a crime not to prime, okay? And so this is really going to help your lashes get that full, luxurious, amazing, full capacity, length, width, height, whatever the mascara is supposed to do. Laying this down first is going to save you layers and layers of black mascara and really give that black mascara or dark brown mascara a chance to show you what it's made of. So that's why I want lash primer, is it's going to be great for your lashes and really make them work for you.
Yes, absolutely. And I love, one thing I heard one time about the lash primer is that it literally like encapsulates each lash so that the product can stick to the primer and stay like, just keep its original look. I love the lash primer. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe us, do it on one eye and not the other, and you will see a difference. I promise. Okay. And if you use a lash curler and you curl your lashes and then you ever notice that they go, wah, if you do your lash primer and then curl them, they stay crimped twice as long, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like lash hairspray.
Yeah, right. Lash hairspray. Perfect. Okay. I get to talk to you about foundation primer. And foundation primer is amazing. This little beauty is perfect for anyone that has texturing in their skin, anyone that has oily skin, anyone that just wants that like softening filter look. It's also going to extend the wear of your foundation. It has a little bit of SPF in it as well. And I was super turned off by this because I am super oily. And I want to show you, it looks like Vaseline. It's not. It's super soft. No. It goes on smooth and then it dries to like a powder finish. I love this stuff. And it just gives you that like perfect, like softening look. It fills in it. It's like spackle. Okay. It's like spackle for your face.
Sexy feeling. It's like, it's so sexy. It's like satin sheets. Like who knew? Who knew?
Okay. Yeah. So it's going to extend the wear of the natural looking wear of your foundation. This is mine. Don't judge because I give it a workout. And I'm sure you can find on your beauty consultant's website, or excuse me, beauty page. And if not, tell her to send us a text and we'll give it to her. We have some amazing before and after pictures of the foundation primer on a clementine or an orange. And you can totally see how it fills everything in.
Yeah, and our skin is, I mean, especially if you have really porous skin, it's going to be a lot like that clementine. So
yeah, for sure.
Anyway, all right, you guys, up next, I get to talk about our eye primer. And this
Melissa said, real quick, Melissa said it keeps her lashes from feeling weighed down with product.
Oh, that's good.
Melissa, I love that. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, well, it just saves you, like I said, gobs and layers of foundation or mascara when you have that. Okay, so you guys, this is a $12 Power Packed Petite Magic Primer. Okay. And so here's the deal. When you put on eyeshadow, a lot of times at the end of the day, like especially if you're playing with 3 different colors, it like becomes like this one awkward thing. Or you find yourself like trying to get the color, like especially that lightest color, right? You already use it at first anyway. You're like trying to get some. Let me tell you that this will last you a year. I really do believe. And so I'm just going to show you this because you have to see the magic of this one. This one's an easy magic trick to do. And so you just get a little
music like,
No, we need like the music from, I don't know, like Law and Order. Don't.
Yeah.
Right. So right here at the top of my hand, you guys can see it's white and it just dries to a powder. Ta-da. All right. Then I have a little sample of an eyeshadow here of Merlot and a Mary Kay eyeshadow brush. And so I'm going to put some Merlot down here on my hand. Okay, great. Beautiful color. I'm going to flip it over. I'm not even get more. I'm going to put it right where it was. Do you see the difference here?
Incredible.
The difference here. And not only, I wish you could, I don't know if you, is it really? Yeah, you can see it better, I think, from back here. You can see this, the primer, and really truthfully, the primer does this in all the primers. Foundation primer, lash primer, lip primer, all the primers. It pulls out the natural pigment. So you get more, like this almost looks like a brownish. And this, you can really get that burgundy beautifulness of the Merlot. And so it's going to pull out that natural pigment, make it so you don't need as much. And guess what? Before we are done, if someone reminds me, I can show you the wear. Right now, I want to give it a chance to dry. So anyway, this is going to keep everything in place and almost waterproof, kind of more make your eyeshadow more water resistant, and makes it so you don't use it up so fast. I mean, oh, there we go. That is mind blowing.
Insane.
Magic trick for you.
So Liz is asking, what's the order of application for eye primer? So you would put your eye primer on first, and I use my cream eyeshadow brush with my primer. I squirt a little bit on my brush and then go to my eyes. And definitely want to do that before you do your eye makeup. Just
I use my fingers. Yeah, sometimes it's easier. Yeah,
for sure. And I'm oily, so if I do not wear eye primer, even as amazing as our eyeshadows are, I literally look like I have no makeup on by 3 o'clock. And it is, I feel like it's a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that.
Such a waste.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's move on to some lips, some kissable lips. Okay. So our next product is our lip primer. And this is clear. It looks white in the tube, but it is absolutely clear. You're going to put this on your lips before you put your lipstick on. And you can even put it like a little bit above your lips to kind of help that feathering and bleeding. It's going to help fight the wrinkles and around your lips. And it's also going to help extend the wear of your lipstick. So it goes on. It's a little bit more drying, but it's not dry. Like it's not going to make your lips feel dry, but it feels more matted. Okay. And you can use it every time you put your lipstick on. What do you find best about this?
Well, I mean, I put it on, you know, I think the longer you want your lipstick to stay on, and the more you want it to stay where you put it and not go north, south, east, and west.
Yeah.
This is it. It's part of our 10 Wise line too, which means it's an anti-aging product. So we all have fine lines around our lips, kind of like smokers, and it's going to, I think, get worse because, you know, we bottles and we're all making the pucker face. Even we're
all wrong. That's so funny.
Right. Yeah, like a smoker. And so, you know, you want to help that feathering because it's going to come. Okay. So anti-aging, and it is moisturizing. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I put it on over my lip color. And so it didn't change to a lighter color. It is just, it's almost like a cream that leaves, like you said, a matte finish is maybe a little powdery, but not really powder. I don't explain it. Just get it.
Yeah, you're going to love it.
Put it on. You put your lip liner on. No, you put your lip liner on. Then you put your lipstick on. Then you put your lip gloss on. And you have a full bona fide lip party. You are breaking out of this prime, whatever. Okay. Yeah, so those are primer products. Okay. And so we have a couple other things that we just felt that you really needed to know about. Yeah. Okay. So first up, I'm going to tell you about our finishing spray. Okay. And this is our finishing spray. It is by Skindinavia. And this little bottle, oh, it's such magic. Okay. Let me tell you, first and foremost, this is how you're supposed to use it. You shake it. Okay. Then you X, spray, T, spray. As relaxed as you can. Eyes closed, whatever. Do not put it on before mascara. You'll do that once and then remember for life why you don't want to do that again. Okay. All right. So here's the other thing. If you're going to be, let's say, outdoors at a wedding or somewhere in the summer, hot, steamy, but you got to keep it together. Here's a trick for you guys. Ready? You're going to take and get your face all ready. Okay. With your moisturizers, whatever. You're going to put your eye primer on and your foundation primer on. You're going to take your finishing spray, X, T, as relaxed as you can. Because the more you do this, then the product doesn't get in the place. Okay. Then let it dry. Okay. Let it dry. Then you put on all your makeup. And then before you put on your mascara, you seal it in with your X and your T. It is sealed between 2 layers of amazingness. Now, one more tip I want to tell you about this product. Let's talk. If you're someone who struggles with sweat, okay? Because this can happen in summer. This can happen anytime, anywhere, okay? And we as women, we have sweat in places that we don't really want to publicly talk about.
Right.
And so here's the deal. There's nothing worse than being all fancy and cute and having boob sweat.
Yeah.
I mean, or pitting out a blouse at work. Okay. So when you're all fresh and clean, you can take this and spray it under your armpit. You can spray it between the girls. You can spray it under the girls. I pretended like I had something to lift up. Under the girls. But, where you might chafe between. You can put this in all those places and it will help prevent you from sweating. And you can use this anytime throughout the day as a refresher because it can, I don't know, it doesn't leave you dewy, but almost it's like a resuscitation to your face. If you're feeling a little bit, your makeup's looking, this is more like if you're at work, whatever, a long day event, and you're like, I need a revival. This is your revival. You can't go to church maybe in the middle of a work day. Okay, so you can go get some revival right here with this. Revive your face. You're good to go. So finishing spray by Skindinavia. Don't leave home without it. And there you go.
I literally, when this first came out, I was taking Zumba. Anyone who knows me is probably laughing right now because I don't dance. I'm the most uncoordinated dancer ever. But Zumba was fun and my kids were little, so it was easy for me to do. But long story short, I brought this to my Zumba class and I was like, okay, guys, we have to try this and see if we can keep our makeup on or whatever. And let me tell you, it was pretty awesome. So this when Mary Kay came out with this, it was marathon and triathlon tested. So it's 15 hours of sealed in makeup. Stephanie was not kidding. Okay. So here's a question. Rachel wants to know, does it cause any discoloration of the makeup?
No.
Nope. I've never.
Another little tip, you guys. No, can we? This is private. We're girlfriends, right? Because you guys, there are there are things that Mary Kay intends for the product for. That's supposed to be for your face, and then there's things that we as women we discover, right? And we have to tell our friends. That's what Tip Tuesday is really about. Is we got to tell our friends, right? Okay. So Mary Kay does not like it when we get our brushes wet. Okay, because then underneath the eyeshadow is metal, and I don't know who's going to rust out their eyeshadow, but whatever, liability, blah, blah, blah. No one thought someone would sue McDonald's over hot coffee. Okay, so here we are. We're at that level of Jumanji here in the world. So I'm telling you, this is girlfriends. You can spray your brush and dip it in your color if you really want an intense. I should try it. You go on to the next one. I'm going to play over here with Merlot to see how intense.
All right, so the last product that we're going to show you that's going to be the and then some with your primers is our Mary Kay translucent powder. And this is the most incredible powder. You see it, it's white. And so you're probably noticing that my skin tone is a little bit darker than this one, but it's translucent. It's completely clear. You are absolutely not going to notice it on your skin. What this does is after you do your makeup, after you do your everything, you're going to get a little bit of this on your round powder brush. And I like to keep it locked because that will make a hot mess all over the place if you don't. You'll do that once too, and then you'll be like, okay, that's not going to happen. So I dump a little bit in the lid, and then I just kind of swirl it around, tap off the excess, and this is just going to give me that it's like a selfie filter. It's like a softening filter. It's called HD Ready. Yeah.
If you're at the grocery store and someone walks up to you and is like, Channel 6, excuse me, ma'am, Channel 6 live. Tell us, what did you buy at the grocery store?
I got eggs and bacon.
Right? And she's ready for the 6 o'clock news live. Okay, guys, that is
Stephanie.
Right? Or if you happen to be driving in the car and all of a sudden you're like, hi there, looking cute at yourself. Selfie. I mean, you're ready. You're ready. And you guys, it's so finely milled that it's like powder.
Yeah, super. It's so soft. You know how like when you feel baby powder, it's almost like soft. Like it just almost feels like super soft. That's what this is. It's ground like 3 or 4 times what the industry standard is, meaning it's called spherically ground, which so they're like super, super tiny, tiny, tiny little circles. So it's just going to give you that like veil. It really is amazing.
This is why Montana locks hers, because Stephanie does it.
Yeah.
Watch this. Keep talking.
It's not gonna. Oh yeah, it's so light. Look how light that is. That's a good. I like that demonstration. That's cool. Okay, so the other thing I was gonna say is it's also gonna absorb oil. So I'm oily. I've said it 14 times already, and I live in Maryland, so humidity is like out the wazoo, right? So I keep this in my purse. I actually have one in my purse and one in my bathroom and one in here. That's this one, okay? And I put our little, I'll show you what brush I put in here, which is kind of like genius. And I hope.
Yeah. When I heard about this is genius.
So I put the powder palette brush, the palette powder brush, the little rectangular one, and it literally fits right here.
So genius.
So that I can put it in my purse and I don't even have to look. It's so amazing. But it's
you don't need that giant brush. I mean, you don't want to put that giant brush in your dirty purse.
Right. No, there's no cap for it. And it was off its there. So it's perfect. So those are the primers and the finishers that we wanted you guys to see tonight. Our powders are milled so finely that the product actually floats and stuff.
Ooh.
Melissa, you're so genius. I love it.
So
all right, guys.
good.
Well, we've showed you a lot of products, so make sure you're going back to your little sheet or like the little paper, your little bill that you wrote on, and you're filling out that wish list because your consultant wants to know what you were interested in, what you liked, what you thought was impressive, what you might have questions about, and you're going to write everything in there, and then you're going to move over to your to-dos, and you're going to start to circle like, okay, there are some things that I'm interested in purchasing. I want to add something to my bathroom. I actually do want to try those amazing under eye patches on a multi-masking on Friday, or I want to try a full skincare set with the CC cream on Thursday. And so I'm going to book and get that extra entry. And then, you know what? I can be curious. So you heard me say a phone call. And so tomorrow evening on Wednesdays, on Wednesday at 8:30, we are so excited to be doing this. This is a huge way for your beauty consultant to help her grow her business and also to get trained on what questions the average 2021 woman is interested in after we've been through everything. And, you know, the virtual world is really going crazy. We want to know, like, what is it that would appeal to you about a business like this? So join us tomorrow evening, 8:30 with your beauty consultant. You're going to tell them what's going to happen to their gift card, Steph.
Well, it's going to double. So you guys, so that sheet right now that I told you about earlier, you know, where you're writing down your wish list. So that right now, that gives you $5. Okay. That gives you $5 if you text that to her in the next hour. All right. So the timer starts now. And when you say to her, yeah, I'll get on that call and I'll ask some questions. I'm wondering about something like, how much money does somebody really make doing one of those things? Or what's the minimum I'd have to do? What's the maximum I have to do? Do people really earn car? I mean, there's so many questions, you guys. There's not a bad question. Just you can ask anything. And we're going to have directors on that answer it for you. And like I said, your consultant will then get credit for you being on and training, and you get a total of $10. Okay. So you go. It's a win-win-win. And I got to show you guys this really quick. Look. So Montana, this was no primer. Right in the middle here, I did it with the
spray.
Wow. It is a little bit more intense, and it dried fast. And then, yeah, so yeah, I just want to show you guys the difference. And then watch this. This is the best. Rubbing hard, and look, where was the one under the primer? Where's the one?
Yeah.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It's gone. There. Why do I keep doing it complicated? Okay, look, it's like gone. So again, these are stripes to remind you it's a crime,
not to crime. Okay, you guys, don't forget to text this picture, your list, to your beauty consultant. Even if you just wrote it on the back of a sheet, just text her a picture. That's how you unlock your gift card. And remember, tomorrow evening, 8:30 Eastern, join us for the MK Q&A to help your beauty consultant with her training and get yourself entered in for double entries into that $100 cash giveaway by buying, booking, or becoming curious. And ultimately, if you decide to join us, we would love to have you. So,
Boom.
crazy thing. All right, guys, we'll see you next week for something else fun.
Yeah, it's time to release ourselves from this imprisonment.
From Primer Prison.
Primer prison, because we know better. We know.